Expect Matiang'I Kagwe ticket. How is it going to work?
And changing their lifestyles. If we continue to behave normally, this disease will treat us abnormally. Behaving normal under these circumstances is akin to having a death wish.
Effort, we are being called lords of impunity, that we are making the wrong mistakes and so on and so forth. None of these, even our colleagues in the media who are reporting this matter, none of them has gone through the facts that we are putting before them. None of them has asked the very basic questions. Now, I want to see what the Law Society of Kenya is going to do, and the judiciary, now that the officers have actually lied on oath, filed affidavits in court lying. We are not in these jobs to be popular. We are here to do the right thing, and I will do the right thing. We must sort this thing out. Honorable members, hapa lazima tukubaliane. We have to sort this thing out. So, Golosh, I am sorting it out. That's what we are trying to do. I wish this gentleman was cooperative in the manner in which the facts are clear to him. And as I told you, Mr. Chairman, I will bring the file to you so that you peruse it yourself and see what we are talking about. It is not right that when we are trying to make a genuine effort.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode. There are reports that former CS Fred Matiang'I and Mutahi Kagwe are going to work together. One as the president, that's Matiang'I, and the other one as the deputy, running mate, that is Mutahi Kagwe. How are they going to work? Now, listen. But before I go further, if you are new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing and turn on the notification bell so that you are notified every time I post a new video like this. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are reports that former CS Freddy Okengo Matiang'I, who was the former CS for Education, for Communication, and for Interior, are going to work together with former CS Mutahi Kagwe, who worked as the CS for Health. Najua wengi wenu mnamjua kama waziri wa Health na aliweza kujijenga time ya corona. How is it going to be? But I just want to give my observation and my views concerning the same, whether their ticket is going to work, whether they are going to form the government, and based on what? Based on, you see, how do one win election? Mtu ana win aje election? It is purely based on numbers. Now our politics is tribal, so the tribal card is going to play. Where is Matiang'I from? Where does Matiang'I come from? He comes from a marginalized community, Kisii. Where does Mutahi Kagwe come from? He comes from Mount Kenya, and you know Mount Kenya basket is so huge, and it's Mount Kenya which can make, okay, it is said that Mount Kenya is the one which determines who will become the president of this nation. But I want to tell you something, and I want to give my views why Fred Okengo Matiang'I candidacy, Fred Matiang'I ticket is going to work. Number one, despite the fact that Fred Okengo Matiang'I comes from a marginalized community, very small community, a community which majority will say that will never produce a president. Remember, Nyachai tried and he failed. In 2002, Nyachai tried and he came the third after Mwai Kibaki. The second one was Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and Nyachai became the third one. So, many people think that communities, marginalized communities, in which Kisii is one of them, can never produce a president. But who is Okengo Fred Matiang'I? Let me now give you my views why this ticket is going to work. Number one, Kenya is slowly moving from tribal lines, politics of tribe. You see the emergence of Gen Zs. Who are Gen Zs? You see, of recent past, for the past 3 months, there's a group called Gen Zs, which is now making headlines, which is now trending. The Gen Zs has no tribes. The Gen Zs has no political party. So, and you have been following, if you have been keen following, those Gen Zs have been suggesting the name of one Freddy Okengo Matiang'I to be the candidate for the president. Kwa lazima, na wamesema kwamba lazima utoke tukusupport. Those Gen Zs has no tribe. Si eti wanatoka certain region, eti wanatoka Nyanza, ama wanatoka Rift Valley, ama wanatoka Pwani. Hapana, they don't know tribe, they don't know politics. So they can just rally behind anybody whom they consider that can hear their views or can serve their interest better. And that person, Fred Okengo Matiang'I, as suggested by a group of Gen Zs, or majority of them. Number two, Fred Matiang'i's track record.
We are not in these jobs to be popular. We are here to do the right thing, and I will do the right thing. We must sort this thing out. Honorable members, hapa lazima tukubaliane. We have to sort this thing out. So, Golosh, I am sorting it out. That's what we are trying to do. I wish this gentleman was cooperative in the manner in which the facts are clear to him. And as I told you, Mr. Chairman, I will bring the file to you so that you peruse it yourself and see what we are talking about. It is not right that when we are trying to make a genuine effort.
In the Ministry of Communication, you saw how he brought reforms. The migration from analog to digital. You remember how our televisions were switched off for more than 2 weeks to actually actualize the migration of analog to digital, and it happened.
In Europe, there is no reason why we shouldn't, because we are building infrastructure, and migrating from analog to digital broadcasting provides us an opportunity to avail more spectrum to enable our, mobile telephony, to enable our broadband footprint to expand in the country. This is why we need to migrate, and surely time is here for us to do it. The uptake by the time we checked last month was about 700,000.
So he brought reforms in that sector. When he was appointed, or when he was shifted to the Ministry of Education, you saw this is during the time when education sector was rotting, when there was a lot in education sector, including theft, including stealing of exams. You remember 2015 when who was the CS? Kaimenyi was the minister or the cabinet secretary for education. You saw how the exams were leaked, how the education sector was almost going down. But when Matiang'I was shifted to that ministry, he ensured that everything was in order.
By the president, and my role as the president's program officer is to implement the president's program, and that's what I am doing. They should then be comparing president to president, because I am implementing the president's program.
He ensured there is no stealing in exam, and he brought a lot of reforms in that sector.
Minimal. How did you do this?
Well, the president asked me and the cabinet secretary in charge of Interior, General Kaiseri. He put us together and he gave us crystal clear instructions. One, he doesn't want to see anything called examination cheating in the country. Two, he told us to do whatever it takes to clean up at the Kenya National Examinations Council. Three, he told us to give him a plan on how we intend to do it and how we intend to ensure that we administer credible exams. So we embarked on that assignment, directly supervised by the president. It's just that a lot of people do not know this and they don't see this. We embarked on this. We studied the national examination cycle. We analyzed the cycle. We looked at the security risks, where they were, the challenges of the institution. We concluded that the Kenya National Examinations Council, as constituted then, had certain fundamental systemic challenges that needed to be addressed. We reported back to the president. The president gave directions and instructions.
There was a lot of rot. When he moved to the Ministry of Interior, you remember, hata kama hakumaliza ugaidi, hata kama hakumaliza bandits, lakini alijaribu. You saw that he tried to neutralize them, and other more reforms in that sector. So until 2022, and you remember, that is the reason why the former president UHURU'S Kenyatta actually made in the executive order number 1, he made Fred Okengo Matiang'I to be like a prime minister in the. What does this mean? Sorry guys, have been distracted by, I don't know, there's something going on in the background or behind the scene, as you call it, but let's continue nevertheless. So what does this show? The reforms, the man Fred Matiang'I, when he's given a particular task, he can work under no supervision, under minimal supervision. So Fred Okengo Matiang'I is somebody whom Kenya can trust that he can deliver. No ministry has worked, he has ceased to deliver. Every ministry he has worked, Fred Okengo Matiang'I has demonstrated that he is a man to the task. So majority of Kenyans feel that Fred Matiang'I can serve their interest better than the other guys than other fellow. So majority of Kenyans wameona ya kwamba Fred Okengo Matiang'i ni mtu anachapa kazi kwa moyo wake kabisa, na hakuna ministry ambayo amekuwa, be it Ministry of Communication, be it Ministry of Education, be it Ministry of Interior, hakuna ministry ambaye Freddy tunasema ya kwamba amelalia ama amesinzia. Kila ministry amechapa kazi, na kweli wa Kenya wameona ya kwamba Fred Okengo Matiang'i anaweza chapa kazi. Now to the next point, that is numbers. How is he going to get numbers? Unajua hata kama tunasema tuna shift from tribal lines, some people want to be convinced that they can actually vote outside tribal lines. So how is we going to play that card of tribal lines, numbers? How is he going to get numbers? To those who think that people from eti huyu si mtu wetu, sorry, huyu ni mtu wetu, huyu si mtu wetu, how is he going to get numbers? This is the point where the former CS wa afya health Mutahi Kagwe anaingililia. Hapa ndipo waziri wa zamani wa afya Mheshimiwa Mutahi Kagwe anaingia ndani. Where is Mutahi Kagwe come from? Where does Mutahi Kagwe come from? He come from Mount Kenya. Who are Mount Kenya? It is said that Mount Kenya determines who become the president. In the last election, waliungana pamoja, 80% they voted for the Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and Ruto became the president. In 2017, in 2013, in 2007, those guys have been supporting in one basket. They voted for Kibaki in 2007, in 2013 they supported or they voted for Uhuru, former president Uhuru Kenyatta. In 2017 they voted in one basket for Uhuru Kenyatta. So Mount Kenya is going to play in Matiang'I basket. So apart from Gen Zs, apart from those guys who think that they need to change their views and they are not going to vote based on tribal lines and ethnicity, the coming of Mutahi Kagwe as the running mate to the Freddy to the one Freddy Okengo Matiang'i is going to play out. So bringing Mutahi Kagwe mlimuona aliweza kujitengenezea jina during COVID period. Uliona every time, every news, it was about Mutahi Kagwe. Even in 2022, it was expected that Mutahi Kagwe anaweza kuwa running mate wa somebody, maybe Raila Amolo Odinga. So Mutahi Kagwe is going to bring numbers. Umeona wengine wameshindwa. Martha Karua alishindwa kuleta numbers, and others akina even Uhuru Kenyatta. So Mutahi Kagwe, because based on ni mchapakazi pia, based on the fact that is a performer, based on the fact that ni mchapakazi, based on the fact that his track record can be seen and is going to bring numbers. So the ticket between Mutahi Kagwe and Fred Matiang'i is going to work. I don't know what's your take, but if you have a divergent or convergent views, drop your comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell so that you are notified every time we post a new video like this. So what you do, just hold on, click to the subscription button below, that bell you see there, turn on it. It is a notification bell which will notify you every time we post a new video like this. So thank you very much. Just drop your comment if you find, or who can you suggest, if you find the name of Fred Matiang'i in the ballot, will you vote for that guy? Remember, William Samoei Ruto is okay. It's automatic that the name will be there, but we doubt whether Rigiji will be there. There are going to be a lot of formation in 2027 2027 is 3 years to come, but there are going to be a lot of formation. Regarding Gachagua, if he's going to be sidelined, he might just join others to form other coalition like. He might join Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. You might not know, but let's wait and see how the politics of this nation is going to play. Na politics naona imeteki sana i country, imeshika sana. What are you going to see? So there's Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, who is going to be on the ballot. It's a must. Now that Raila Amolo Odinga, 90%, I'm very sure that Raila Amolo Odinga is in support or is supporting William Samoei Ruto. The fact that he donated 4 of his people, of ODM guys, to the president to work as CS in the President Ruto's cabinet or in the President Ruto's government is a clear indication that the guy is in support, is supporting actually. Hata kama hajasema, is supporting William Samoei Ruto. And that means 2027, this guy is likely kumuunga mkono to give him his support. So, na itakuja na some of his people, or most of his supporters from Luoland, from Nyanza region, from Western, from Coast region. So, a lot is going to change. A lot is going to change. A lot is going to change. But what do you think? What do you think? A lot is going to change. What do you think? So, drop your comment in the comment section. Nice to see you. Thank you. Bye. This is SC Born.